Hey everyone, it's Brawlcats here. Welcome back to Super Mario Sunshine. Last time we were getting started and a lot of weird stuff just happened, but yeah, the princess got kidnapped, but we saved her and we chased a guy who looks just like us, but he's blue, and now we gotta go, and now we gotta go in here. Welcome to Bianco Hills. I really like this area. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's something about this area that I can talk about later, but overall, I mean, this is a great starting area. It's very nice looking, and as you can see, the darkness didn't really affect this area as much as it did Delfino Plaza, huh? If you climb up here, you can see some other locales in Isle Delfino, including the plaza over in the distance there. Let's check out our map. This lush community of villas is located at the foot of Corona Mountain. Its famous windmills spin peacefully in this gentle sea breeze. We can also read up on Delfino Plaza here. Tourists get off the ferries here in Isle Delfino's largest city. Attractions include the Shine Gate and Grand Pianta statue. Kind of a lame set of attractions, if you ask me. We can also read up on these guys. Pianta the Mountain People. These mountain folk are strong, sociable, and curious. The trees on their heads provide relief from the island's heat. Imagine getting like a brochure on like a location and it just says like humans. These guys are a little crazy. A little weird. You want to try climbing on the ropes? It's easy. Never fear, just get up there and bounce around. You'll be fine. Yeah, I just kind of demonstrated that there. Well, I just demonstrated that there. But yeah, tight ropes are a new thing in this game, and they introduced them pretty quickly. They are very fun, but also a little finicky. I feel like that describes almost everything in this game. But yeah. As you can see, there's a trail here that connects to the big windmill. The goop made it too dangerous, so the door's been closed. You might be able to get through at the water wheel up ahead. Now, there are definitely ways to get around this, but there's something kind of cool that I want to show off. Not the camera getting stuck in the wall, but look at these guys. I think these are actually stews. I'm trying to remember what the guys I mentioned last time are actually called. I'll probably retroactively flash that, but yeah, these guys are stews.
Wow.
I'm just gonna go ahead and point it out now. There are no Goombas in this Mario game. That's what these guys are, functionally. Basically Goombas that you can stomp, and if you squirt them with your water, you know, they flip over, so you can stun them for a little bit. But you can kick them into the wall and splatter their blood against the wall. Isn't that awesome? Camera. Yeah. We go up there, there's some cool bells, and I got a 1-up for spraying that. I actually didn't know that. Yeah, there's some coins here. And here's the water wheel that she was talking about. Very infamous thing here that I want to see if I can do. Oh! I might have to come back to this later, but as a kid, there was a... Me and this water wheel had a bit of a history. And I'm pretty sure that they didn't fix it in the 3D All-Stars release. In fact, I'm fairly certain that most of the bugs in the original version of Sunshine are very well present here. I don't want to spend too much time doing this if it doesn't show up, but it's definitely something that I kind of want to be able to attempt because it's pretty easily executable. Anyway, we can see some more of that goop, especially of the same design that was in Isle Delfino here. We just spray it along as we walk along. It honestly, to me, it looks kind of like chocolate and vanilla. I don't. Whoa! I didn't know there were trees here. Let's see some interesting piranha plant looking guys. And these things, which are very interesting. Well, not if you get hit by them, but you spray them fully, you can start to see that they look like piranha plants. Kind of cool. And you'll never believe it, but yes, this is the third one of these guys that we're fighting, and I believe that these guys are called proto-piranhas. Kind of because, you know, they vaguely look like a piranha plant, but, you know, they're not, like, fully one. It's the same deal. They don't really shake it up. It's the same fight. But I promise things get a lot more interesting here in a little bit. Let's just go ahead and get that shine sprite here. Oh, he's so filthy. Well, that's 2 shine sprites in the bag. And it looks like everybody in Delfino Plaza is somewhat settled after we took care of that. Let's see if they have anything to say. This island seems to be the victim of a bad turn of fate. Oh my, yes. Mario? Welcome back. We're so glad you're safe, Mario. This vacation's just been a whirlwind of bizarre events, huh? And now the boat to the hotel isn't even running. Oh, I love these guys. Unforgivable! I have had it! Someone ruined my wall! What does M mean anyway? Have we met before? I like that they're complaining about the posters being put up instead of the actual graffiti. I think it's a very fun, fun take. It was weird being stuck in that goop. It was gross, but I gotta admit, it was kind of sweet. Kind of like candy. Okay, dude. I like these toads just kind of chilling. Everyone on this isle loves to do the... You're not even by one! Mario, are you used to using that flood thing now? You can also switch it to a hover device with the X button. I don't know if I showed that off. Come to think of it, but yes. Welcome to this game's saving grace. The ability to hover for a little bit. Isn't it awesome? This will change platforming forever. Kind of. It's interesting. Ever since this entry, it feels like every 3D Mario has had some sort of, like, saving thing for your jump so that you can make things a bit more accurate. This one has it probably the best, which I'm very thankful for because, this game's jumping is a little, interesting. Anyway, we saw our objective. The camera was pointing right at it. We saw, like, a weird-looking big guy up there. Something tells me that they want us to go over here. But yeah, as I was saying, there's definitely multiple ways to go through this place. But yeah, as we're climbing up here, we finally have our first actual use of the hover nozzle. The bridge is out, used by hover nozzle to cross large gaps. Oh, hang on. The iconic ambulance from my stream series is about to drive by. I think it was a fire truck, actually. Anyway, we're gonna continue along here. We have like this sort of Donkey Kong-like thing going on. It's also sort of like a, I don't know, it's kind of like Bob-omb Battlefield when you think about it. Climbing this spiral mountain with all these boulders in your way. But pretty efficient thing that I find to do a lot is I'll just like jump over the sledge and use my hover nozzle. It's just a lot faster. Well, it's probably about the same speed, but you get a lot more control compared to the regular nozzle. As you can see, I demonstrated it, but there's like these weird, like throbbing tentacle-like things. I don't know. But yeah, we can use our hover nozzle to jump over these gaps. And then this one is in the way, so we have to use our hover nozzle to go around it. Could you help out with the big-headed creature up there? You're the only one we can ask to lend us a hand. I know it's a pain, but you think you can handle it? Why don't you do it? But yeah, welcome to the slowest thing in the world. There's gonna be faster ways of getting up here if we need to. But yeah, from here we get a pretty good view of the area. It's a decently sizable area compared to locations in Super Mario 64. But yeah, here he is. I love that it's these two guys' first interaction and they're already like on the same line of looking at each other comedically. This is Petey Piranha, a character that would come back in a lot of spin-offs actually. As you can see, he does that. he throws up. That's his first appearance. Welcome to the Mario universe, buddy. Anyway, just like with the Proto Piranhas, you just squirt in him, but he gets fat from squirting water in him. You just kind of keep doing that, hopefully avoiding the. I'll remember what these guys are called. I'll definitely look it up in a later session because their names are pretty good from what I remember. But yeah, you fill him up enough, and then he just can't take it anymore, and he gets an outie, and then you have to ground pound on his outie. And he gets mad at himself for letting you do that. Pretty good source of health is letting him actually spit up so that he can spawn some of these guys that you can just quickly defeat. But anyway. Fill him up again. It's kind of the same premise as the Proto Piranhas, but it's a bit more involved. I mean, he intentionally tries to spew sludge in a place where you can't actually, you know, get to. So you kind of have to like. I have to strafe around. But yeah, as you can see, he doesn't like when you get close. As per Nintendo charm, the third hit should be the one to do it, and it turns out this guy wasn't real. He was actually made out of chocolate and vanilla the whole time. He fades away. And we get to keep his little buddies with us. Isn't that just the greatest? Wait, no! Plenty of his little buddies are still gonna be here, it's fine. But they actually disappear when you click the shine sprite. It's so sad. That's another one down. And already, after 2 shine sprites, we're being directed to another area, which I find a little bizarre. You'll never believe who this guy is. Yeah, it's him, but now he looks like he's made out of squid ink because he's by a bay in like a dock-like area. Yeah, same principle, except it's significantly easier because of this remote location. Except, yeah, you have to do it 6 times instead of 3 because he's so cool. Yeah, we almost got it. From what I've heard, the Proto-Piranha fights are not a series favorite, which is understandable. I mean, they're bearable. They don't take that long, but there's gonna be quite a few of these, especially early on. We can step inside of this hut that just arised and see that a father and his child were buried under the ink in the building. Welcome, welcome. I suppose you're here for that, hmm? Yes, very good. That means I will require 10 blue coins from you. What's this, hmm? Not even 10 coins? Then you get nothing! I can't drop my prices that low, that would be madness! I'll have to come back again, I'm afraid. See you later. So, yeah, these 2 guys are, holding the Shine Sprites hostage, and nobody in Isle Delfino cares. But, yeah. He introduced probably my least favorite thing in this game. Blue coins. In fact, I'll demonstrate, these right now. So you spray these marks, and you'll see a blue coin show up later. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get this one because they're on a timer. So you have to go over and get it. Okay, that one's actually fairly generous. But yeah. There are 120 of these suckers. And they're not pretty. And they're not friendly. Quite a few of them are not friendly. Especially with these timers. Like, geez. This stuff would stress me out a ton as a kid. But, yeah, basically the same principle. A lot of these are going to be in pairs where, you know, you go to one place where there's another graffiti, and then you go all the way back to the other place and get the other coin. It's a neat time challenge, at least, and I figure I should show off that maneuver that I just did. You can spray water on the floor and it stays there for a bit, and then you're able to just slide on the ground as you please for a considerable amount of time. In fact, it kind of just renews itself and you just keep going on and on and on. It's my favorite guys again. Hey, are you slacking off? And clean up those walls, slacker. Yeah, they were talking about cleaning up the walls, but if you spray these posters that they placed, you get money! It's kind of like being paid for, doing what they told you. Even though these posters were definitely set up by them and not the, Ooh. There could be another layer there. Maybe the posters were set up by this shadowy, almost Mario-looking blue guy. I'm pretty sure that they were set up by the people on Isle Delfino. So next time, we're actually going to go to this area that we just opened up and check this place out for a little bit. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Still don't have an outro.